Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wildermyth, where slowly the map expands. It is wild how quickly we sort of like just spider out and take more territory, and then there's like a 12-year period where absolutely nothing happens. And then the heroes decide, it's time to do stuff again, and we just like double the size of the country in a week, and then again, 12 more years of absolutely nothing. These rates of growth do not seem sustainable to me. So we do need to keep leveling up the low-level heroes. I have no idea how many chapters are actually in this thing, and I don't think anybody's old enough to... Well, Sinetta might be old enough to retire at the end of the season. Do we get... How do I know where your retirement age is? Okay, retiring after this chapter. Your retirement age is 67, so... Okay, once a hero reaches their retirement age, you get to use them one more time. All right, so yeah, we definitely do need to make sure we're leveling people up. So I think what I'm saying is we have a bit of scouting to do here, and let's do that with the low-level people, because this will probably be relatively easy, and we can have the highest level people go do this recruit real fast, because we are going to need to keep picking up more people. So let's have this be like... Sinetta and Galadglin and Ullus are all kind of the same. Is Ullus gonna stick around? Okay, Ullus has one more chapter in her, so we'll bring her to the battle. So this is clear all. Well, I guess here we can just clear these three. Okay, you two go do that, and everybody else go scouting. And we won't enter the one that's already infested just yet. A compassionate romantic. Sure, welcome aboard. I do not consider either of those to be disqualifying qualities. Gossip didn't fail me. Galadglin's in town. I bet he is, in fact, very famous. You know, the guy with the arm that's a fire. And also he knows her. It's been how many years now? Must be a few. You're much taller. They have definitely put some lines on his face. So, fill in those years for me, old friend. Considerably later. So we're all just hanging out and having a good time. Hey, you remember how I used to build monsters out of sticks just to knock them down? I promised you that I was going to grow up and save the world. Well, your heart was in the right place, even if your aim rarely was. Well, I mean, you know how life goes, how you drift away, forget what's important, and look around one morning and wonder what happened. Ouch, a little real. But I want to make good on that promise. Okay, if she's joining up, we need a warrior. Well, in that case, I happen to know a world-saving company that could use another fighter. I do wish that there was a larger array of classes, though. Yeah, but okay. Of the options here, we definitely need a new warrior. Alright, so y'all just help her prepare for that. And I kind of feel like maybe we just do a gather of these 5 for the moment here. Let's not leave them in Frelgar Spire with the enemies. Okay, Renette is ready for stuff. So if she ends her turn by... This seems great, actually. Can start a fire on an empty tile or break a piece of adjacent scenery, dealing 1 damage to all foes adjacent to the scenery. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I like this a lot. So we have a group of warriors here. I mean, do we want to split into 4 and 4? We can probably take on most fights as 4s, right? So maybe let's have everybody gather up here. You're all doing that. Can I create a new gather action on the same tile without breaking the one that exists now? Yes, okay, everybody's... Just chill out until everybody's assembled. Okay. So let's break up into fours and do some stuff here. So this needs to be scouted, and we're going to have it be... I probably want to... How do we want to split the 3 really high value characters? I do feel like Sinetta has kind of outsized influence relative to the other 2, so it probably is the case that she's in one party, and then Ullus and Galadglin are in the other. Because Sinetta's incredibly powerful. Honestly, I don't hate this. And then, like, if we bounce Mulgala, maybe, then this group is of 2 5s and 2 1s, which is, yeah. We can probably work this. Okay, so you'll do that, and the others will go this way, and hopefully that will, in fact, turn out to be a sustainable level of danger. Ullus? A walk, maybe. I can't explain why the wind's purple, but... And there's a lot that can't be explained. It's kind of our whole deal. Oh, I guess he's being carried away by the wind. Okay. You're not death. Wait, how do I know that? But what? All right, you'll forgive me. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. It's very raspy and whispery, though. I like the way that the panels are applying out of order. That's a really cool way of messing with the form to make this otherworldly. That's smart. I don't speak Dream Ghost. Well, he's getting a little intense here. There's some emphasis going down. 2 cold memories floated into Galadglin's head. Fashioned of bones and long hidden. But as the figure began to fade, so did the memories. If Galadglin concentrated, he could hold on to 1. So Galadglin's party has a new warrior in it. It does not have a... Okay. So we probably want the location of the spear. Most dreams are such nonsense. It would be unwise to dismiss the ones that weren't. Yeah, but how do you know the difference? The memory seemed to take root as he walked, and by the time he reached the hollow tree, he was barely surprised to pull out the old short spear. Okay, so I thought we were going to have to maybe like do a thing for that, but I guess we just got a cool spear made of bone. There you are. Don't worry me like that. Where were you? I found something. It's a jawbone on a stick. These sort of things just sort of happen to you, don't they? Well, they can happen to anyone. You just have to pay attention. It does seem like it's pretty much just you, though. He definitely has the most weird stuff happen to him. So, bonus potency, penalty to charisma, which probably doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just give that to Renette. Renette has actually a level 2 spear already. And she's got a great spear. This is a short spear. But like her having a second spear is not unreasonable, because currently she's wielding a 2-handed weapon, so we could give her a shield in the shield slot, and then if we swap her, she's in. You know, that's an option, I suppose. Or we can just give it to Mulgala. But like, when are we not going to want to use her wand? Yeah, I'm just going to give this to you for right now. Right, because the shield goes in a special offhand slot. It's not like it goes in the other weapon slot. So I think that works. All right, we got some raccoons, a whole lot of roe. Honestly, we've not had to fight that many gorgoned up wild creatures this time. Let's start with Renette. All right, lots of hostiles. Many hostiles. More than one by a bunch. What is your deal? What is the thing we took on you? You are an Earth Scribe, right. Okay. So probably not hugely relevant here. Like, I'm not gonna... I guess she gets calcify here, but like I'm not gonna want to do anything other than discus. I do definitely want to just throw some rocks at these row. Does it bounce? Nope, not quite enough. Not quite enough distance for a bounce. You may as well just run all the way forward. And we do get the wall with the thing, which is cool. And then probably you just wait here. Oh, actually, that's a single move for her. I could put up a tree. Yeah, let's do that. So I don't really want Renette to move in any closer to that, but we can get over here. She can wall up and then take a shot from the row. All right, Mugala. Discus is so good. So Galaglin's definitely just shooting a cone of fire through the doorway. We're gonna have to move up a little bit to make that make sense. And I guess while we're up here, we may as well hit engage on the Geist. Oh, can I not? Do I not technically have vision? Well, whatever. Aw. It did cause a fire in his space, though, so he may still die, actually. I feel like Renette probably just gets that done. Yeah, this seems very doable. This seems manageable. So you get Shackle, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, let's just take the Shackle. So if I try to do Splinter Blast, am I going to be able to do this in a way that doesn't hit? No, I cannot. You know, his space isn't red, but he is getting an indicator over the top of his head. So it's hard for me to tell. Is this going to hit Galaglin? It's not doing an effect line to him. Is it just showing the chances that he'll get hit by the exploding corruption? I guess let's find out. Okay, yeah, it was just warning me that he might get splashed there. Well, that turned out not to be very smart. And then we might just wait a second. I don't see any reason to advance very much with the corruption in the doorway. I guess I could withdraw from some stuff. Can I interfuse with anything in the next room? I have to move up a little bit for that. All right, I will. Oh no, a raccoon. So I do have Cone of Fire. Did not create the fire where I would have liked. Alright, so we can get Ullus up adjacent to her, give her a little bit of extra armor, and then... I mean, pinning these things doesn't really help, right? I could interfuse this. Okay, yeah. That seems pretty good. Discus always seems pretty good. Oh. We don't get the secondary hit if the first one doesn't work. But what I can probably do is interfuse with the fire, right? Yeah, Galaglin, boy, his whole deal is so powerful. Just move that over there. Really? Well, it'll die at the beginning of its turn, right? Yeah. How dare you dodge? There we go. Renette's getting good experience here. So there's the bookshelf. Okay, let's try to start another fire. There we go. That's been working out. And then we do have another doorway, it turns out. Why don't you get over here? And we'll withdraw from this. Can't really see that being too useful anymore. I'm surprised nothing's just trying to like punch through the door. Because there's got to be stuff in here, right? Yeah, there's not anywhere else for the enemies to be. How far forward can other people move? Let's have you commit this deep. Okay. So I'm just going to withdraw from something in the other room. We'll grab... I don't know. Okay. Now we have some information I can work with. Let's get you up here, walled up. And we'll grab some discus. Yeah. Oh, she has the wrong weapon. Sorry, she has a weapon that is functionally identical but does 1 bonus damage. And I didn't even notice that she had the wrong one equipped. Is this the first time we've gotten a character to the level cap? A gold horn. Actually, it looks like there is 1 more level available. So upgraded wisdom will mean he's probably actually making it to that retirement level. Does he is he going to retire on me as it is? His retirement age is 55. So even with plus 10 retirement age, he is still past it. As a swift action, every other turn, Gladglin knocks an enemy up to 5 tiles away, dealing 8 damage. 1 damage for each armor he has. Yo, Backslam has gotten pretty solid for him. And then Night Crash, the Tier 2 Great Axe. I guess it's better than having an empty slot? I don't know that I'm going to need that very much, but... Alright, not a big deal. I do not foresee that being a problem. It's cool to have 2 actual, like, functional parties. Oh no, somehow this man who is encased in a coat of steel has gotten a splinter, apparently. Hey, I got a splinter. You say you got a splinter? Isn't that unlucky? I got a splinter. What is happening right now? Is this a bit? You got a splinter. We're stopping for this. Yeah, I got what looks like a... remind me to put the dice down for a while. I got a mean splinter. See? Sliding past an elm. I've gotten a bunch of splinters out in my day. I'll have a look. The forge was just a bit further, so should this be our priority? Wow, that's some splinter. The more I look at it, the deeper in it seems to wiggle. So every photon that bounces off of it is just pushing it that tiny bit deeper. I guess let's try to get it out. I bet if you leave it in, it gets infected or something. Let's try to get it out. This won't hurt a bit. It won't. Ow! Whoops. But here it comes, painless and easy. Apparently that wasn't even, she just pinched him or something. Or, you know, touched him with her electric arms. Okay, she did get it. Is he okay? looking at it in amazement, Sonetta holds a long wet wood filament up to the light. Who's ever seen a splinter that big? Actually, that sounds like a song. Sonetta slips it into a corded pouch and places it in Girth's hands. Anyway, here, memento. To remember your old mom once had that magic touch. You know, the magic, get it? 'Cause my arms are magic. And with that, they carry on to Lonely Witch Forge. I forgot he was her son. That makes it make even more sense to pull the splinter out. Ooh, Fire Spirit. Also, okay, a lot of impressive enemies. I don't think we've seen a coachman before, have we? It tilts and trembles, never still, loping into a mighty gallop. The shrill of saws and thunder of feet turn deafening. Don't you do it. Don't you go through that door. Aw. Alright, well, Sonetta, run up there and open the door. So who do we want? Oh dear. Who do we want to try to grab this thing? So you have... I mean, hold on a second. Swap weapon, obviously. You have a fire wand already. What is Saror using right now? We had wanted him to be more of a melee weapon focused guy, right? And he does have a cool artifact axe. But giving him an enchantment on his bow is not a bad idea. Girth has a water hammer already, so it's not really critical that we get this. But I probably want to get it with Saror, if we're getting it with anybody. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and then we're going to take a quick zealous leap. I am definitely feeling like the new class is pretty powerful. Let us enchant our bow. Get fire bow. Yeah, alright. So it's fine. It's really not much of an upgrade. And then you should just run up here and grab a hold of, I don't know, something? Sure, Steel Fire will work. And then finish running into the room. It's kind of crazy how they can fit through those doorways. Alright, so no matter how I do this, I'm not going to be able to bounce my... not going to be able to bounce my attack through the doorway. Let's have you leap to here. And give him a good smash. And that way Sonetta can easily finish him off with the flank. Oh no, it totally did bounce. Okay. And then Saror, it looks like, is not, sadly, going to be able to get a flank off. But we can run up here and just jab him one. So these two rooms do not connect, which is a little awkward. I guess I'm going to stay connected to this. Let's interfuse with a stunning barrage of hammers, potentially. Okay, they're eager to get through, and you know what? I'm eager to meet them. What's up, y'all? Can you stunning barrage these enemies? You can stunning barrage them both, in fact. Well, all right then. Okay, so we found the wardrobe. Zealous leap to the wardrobe. Actually, I already did a quick action, so Zealous leap does not save me any action points. Okay, pretty good start. Sadly, there's no version of this where I get to do any damage here. But Sinetta does get to finish the job. Yeah, on the occasions where we get to fight indoors. Ooh, that was neat. On the occasions where we get to fight indoors, the humanist intervention seems incredibly powerful. Like, the upgrades are so good. They're so much better than the base versions of the things. Just start a nice fire on your deal, and then that means that if I step over to here... Yeah, I'll still be able to attack him, but I think this means Thunderstomp hits them both. Well, in theory, Thunderstomp can hit them both. And then he probably is dead at the beginning of his turn, right? That said, we're effective enough that I don't see any reason to wait. Yeah, this party in particular just has like extremely high damage output. This is cool. I really like on these longer ones. I really like the deal of the evolving adventuring party and the older generation training the newer generation and stuff. This is really neat. So ambush is obviously very fun. But I kind of just want to take an upgrade on Thornfang. What if we just chain murder? So this is the same shield that Girth currently has. Sorrow's hands are full. Yeah, Renette needs a shield for when she's using the short spear. Alright, a little bit of extra armor on all of our enemies. Not a thing I'm too broken up about at this point. We're good enough at managing our damage and stuff that we're finding our way through their armor. Alright, so we got some building materials and a dodge cloak. Okay. Let's throw dodge cloak on Girth, probably. Seems like the sort of fellow who's going to be hurling himself into danger an awful lot. Let's just send y'all across here. Ullus and Mulgala have become rivals. How do you become a rival with your... Okay, whatever. It feels a little petty is all. And unfortunately, it's not a relationship we're going to be able to take advantage of for very long. Ooh, accuracy. So you have a damage sash. That seems fine, honestly. Let's probably give this to... Yeah, we'll give it to Renette. Gleaming weird and golden, a formation of stone catches Mulgala's eye. You think something's up there? Well, shouldn't we check? That is a very ominous formation there. I mean, should we check? Again, it is very ominous. Upon the hill's summit, nothing's waiting for them. And they both look pretty bummed about it. What we have found is a pretty good picnic spot. And then it begins. A thrumming. It grows louder, rumbling and trumbling, and louder until the stone underfoot chatters and shakes, and scrumbles apparently even. It grows louder, apparently introducing Crow from Mystery Science Theater 3000, until it's a mighty growl, clamorous and thundering. And then it resolves. He is different. A voice. I am the one. The voice of a carnivore? That was a carnivore voice I did there. Cunning and crooning, warning them to run, promising to give chase. The one you have hunted so long. Through woods and coins. You have hunted so long for me, and for a sisterhood that should be yours. Do you know my name? Is it a riddle? Are we doing a riddle? It was the gift I gave to your ancestors. They walked my myth over green field and fallow. To the curves and corners of being they walked. Do you know my name? How? How would I? A blessing earned through ancient service, an oath written in steps and trails, and sealed with a name. You only need know it. I'll ask you once more. Do you know my name? And then she says Lokias, which I have no idea where she's gotten that from. Let's hope that's right. It's like reading a fairy tale from your childhood, only to realize how disturbing it is. Molgala doesn't like knowing the name, but she's sure it's right. Yes, I am Lokias, your wolf god, and now you may take my oath. Abandon your humanity, my girl, and be blessed as wolfkind. I mean, nothing about abandoning your humanity can be good. I don't know, Alice. How many humans do you know? I don't necessarily think it's a great thing. Not all the time. I think we're way into transformation culture here, right? Let's do it. It feels like coming home. Molgala kneels, and beneath her a green light pools. Dandelions rise yellow out of the sparse wind-scraped dirt. They grow old and white, throw their seeds, and then wilt to nothing. The god rock she kneels upon hums. It cracks somewhere inside. A tremendous odor overcomes her. Of the deepest, oldest, wolfiest breath. I wonder if being a wolf is going to actually be helpful with being a spellcaster. We're concerned. We have some concern. And then she's like, no, wait a second. I don't even like Molgala. It's fine. Whatever. It's you know what I like about it is it's a very natural look. It fits right in. It's definitely the right size for her torso. +2. Why is that the effect that has? What on earth? I mean, it rules, don't get me wrong. She can bite people. She's not even gonna need this big axe. All right, well, let's just go ahead and build an outpost. I feel like we should do that. Hides and fabrics, and I feel like we're in a place where I have no idea what we want. So let's split the difference. All right, and then let's build some bridges. Hooray! You know, I definitely like parts of the... I have some wonderings, perhaps, about the person who wrote that, because parts of that really resonate with me in a way that I think is really interesting. And I'm not going to get into it any further right now. They search for shelter away from the sky. Day dies. Shadows feather the trunks. Stories flicker in the mind. And they say a hero used to belong to these lands. A towering woman who wore an antlered helm, wielded a blade of flashing gold. That was around here? Creaking boughs speak to the breeze. Bedantha Spiderwell, she was called. That is a wicked name. And her sword was named Avenger. Protected the people, the goodly beasts, the trees. Yeah, but how do you determine which ones are goodly, right? Admirable in every way, of course. But that's what? Oh, that's a sword. In the stories about the end of her life, it was said she laid her sword to rest. Not like a tool, but as you'd bid a tired friend to sleep. Grateful, she buried that battle-notched blade, wearied edge pressed in the earth where 'twas made. Ooh, well, I mean, doesn't that mean it's ours since we found it? Bone dogs are on our heels yet again. I mean, I feel like we should not pull the blade. They made a whole big point here about how the blade is tired and was laid to rest. I'm going to guard the resting blade. I am not going to force it into my service. This sword has earned its peace. I'm sure it's a very cool sword, but it just feels extremely rude not to let it sleep here. So they've started way right up on top of us, which I think is a move they're probably going to regret a little bit. It feels like I should just commit Sonetta as hard as possible here. It's a shame we're not fast enough to fire chicken. The stomp will only affect one of them. I mean, we may as well, right? No, you know what I should do is I should Heroism. Heroism is not a swift action, it's just a thing you can fire, so I can still stomp. Not that it really matters. And then I'm gonna chain some lightnings. Okay, pretty good. Alright, so the big dude is like mega stunned, which rules. What do we... I'm gonna have Sarah run up and just kill this thing. Sadly, he's not going to be able to make use of Thornfang again because we don't have the ability to move up and attack. But I could swap and at least take a shot at something. Yep, every member of this party is totally amazing. Give ourselves a good zealous leap here. So that gives me just Splinter Blast. Okay, they're both just Splinter Blast. Whatever, it's fine. Pretty strong first turn, if I do say so myself. Who do I want to... You know what? Can we have Dagoth open the door? No, we cannot. That's a shame. I really don't want to spend anybody's actions. Alright, let's have it be you. This weapon has some range, right? It has 1.6. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to hit from here. Oh, it was my... right. I did open door, so the leap was not a swift action, because the door was my swift action. Okay, well... I think I'm going to run through here. Let's just fire off Fox Flight. Okay, he got cover. Cover enough. And then we can... Oh man, Stunning Barrage, right, there's garbage on the table that we can use for Stunning Barrage. Man, Stunning Barrage is like very good. Oh, I can't quite hit everybody though. I guess we'll do it like this. He just runs over and cleans up all of the garbage I threw everywhere. Okay, well, a stun does, I think, change things a little bit. Oh, man, I'm just a little bit too slow. All right, can you... Yes, you can interfuse something behind him. Okay, and it turns out it doesn't matter trying to set up a flank is irrelevant because the enemy's already dead. So, wow, Ullus is still wearing base gear, or base armor. We just never got her the other stuff. Weird. I mean, I guess I may as well place it over Dagoth's Ember Gown. Even though that's not really the type of armor we'd prefer he wear, it is strictly better than what he had on. I guess we knew that was coming, didn't we? Ruins and old swords and whatnot always comes with a fight. You think it's that simple? Behind him, a powerful radiance envelops the sword. What's it? The brilliance is blinding, sound is muffled, and then... Girth is somewhere else. Oh, and not alone. You're strong, you and your friends. The woman appears solid, but motes of spectral dust waft from her skin and her armor. You're Bedantha Spiderwell? Yes, I mean, I was. You weren't expecting such a beauty, were you? Be polite, she's dead. I once carried this sword, Avenger, until I was quite old. We fought and won together. But she never did like to take a life, and I never did like to make her. She? Oh, sure, she was a spirit once. Her home and mine burned, and that was when we formed our pact, to avenge our families and our homes, to fight long as we could. Oh, you became a legend. You both did. When my strength was gone, I returned her to rest here among these stones. But still the land needs heroes, protectors, avengers. I'm beyond this world now, but I've kept watch to find those who might carry my mantle. She's eager to run beside you, to grant you her strength, if you'll have her. I do not know what that means, but I welcome help if she'll... A sudden flare sunders the fabric of this ethereal realm. Very dramatic. Girth feels mist against his eyelids and opens them. The sword is nowhere to be seen. It has become an adorable rabbit. Girth, what just happened? Oh, hello, Avenger. The rabbit wiggles her damp nose vindictively. I don't think I've ever seen a rabbit do anything vindictively before. Okay, so we got a pet then? Is that how that went down? Indeed. Pet rabbit Avenger, who gives +1 bonus damage. That's adorable, and I love it very much. And I like it much better than having an extra sword. A little bit of extra health is not so big of a deal. Stump's having net throws that hobble is kind of annoying. This is annoying. I hate the corrupted path. I think I'm just going to cancel that one, though. I think we can handle the rest of it. And we're 110 days from an incursion. All right, so let's go north with this crew first. Melee accuracy and ranged accuracy. I'm gonna hook up Saror here. I think it is important to make sure he is hitting as often as he can. The Richworm Tunnel, occupied by lurking Morthagi. How dare they? Do they know who we are? Did you see the huge moth that landed in Ulysses' hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't going to say anything? We might have seen this story before. This one does seem a little familiar. Gladglin's having a great time. He loves a good moth. Tell me a story, before the embers die out. Well, I mean, you know they won't, because they're my arm, but fine. I just want to spend some time in a world where everything fits together nicely. Well, what would you like to hear? How about the Fire King and the Raindrop? That sounds like a good... You know, it kind of looks like Gladglin's got a crown and everything. Gladglin described a bitter sorcerer who ruled his realm with a fiery hand. One day, a raindrop fell onto his plate and told him of the suffering his axe had caused. "Go on, little teardrop," he laughed, and puffed a warm wind to dry it right up. But another raindrop fell, on his table this time. This one he shriveled with a flick of his fingernail. But still more fell. The sorcerer began shooting gouts of flame and screaming the heat from the earth, but it wasn't enough. The rain fell with one voice, rising, rising, and eventually the Flame King and all his ashery were washed away in a great torrent. And the raindrops all lived happily ever after? As those uninspiring tales tend to? Well, you asked for a story, you got a story, all right? He doesn't much care for her guessing the ending. Okay, potency and warding. We're all just having a good time here. Who doesn't love a good story? Who is not made more effective in combat by a good story? Alright, the enemies are... It feels like this is happening a lot more, where the enemies are just like grouping up on us in a very serious way, and I really don't know that it's a great plan for them. So let's see. If we interfuse... 2 interfuses will end my turn. I'm not going to be able to do a big splinter blast, but we can just do a big discus. I think that's probably the right move. And of course, we want to get started on this wardrobe as quickly as possible. So we can probably get a guaranteed hit if we interfuse. We'll definitely get it if we interfuse the rubble, but 4 to 5 damage with 1 pierce is not enough. Yeah, I guess I'll try to cast the flame through him into someone else. Too much warding and stuff. Alright, let's engage you. Try to get him to run across the fire. That would be good. Alright, what if 100% fire? Always fire all of the time. Yeah, that'll show me. Yeah, unfortunately, Mogala's spellcasting is just bad at the moment. Well, let's throw out a quick discus. So we're not going to do damage to you. Not going to do very much meaningful damage, no matter what here. Oh, I was hoping we'd get something off of the bounce, though. So wait, backslam... Huh, why will it not let me do this? I mean, it doesn't matter much, but it's weird. What if more fires? Hooray! Do I want to just grab the fire? Her Bone Lance does 10 to 11 damage, which would be enough. Okay, this group is for sure a little bit softer than the other one. Yeah, that coachman's got a lot of HP. Can I engage him? No, he's not quite in range. Well, I mean, I may as well engage this, though. Alright, and then she should be able to interfuse this fire and hop it back into that guy, I think. Be able to get some decent damage out of that. And Renette just, like, moves up here for the wall and... Okay, so we didn't actually take any damage on it, at least. Let's definitely run you around here, so we can get a good flank attack going. Can I... She's still interfused with that flame, right? Yeah, so we can just bounce this through... there's no way to angle it so that it goes through both of the sommeliers. That's a shame. Okay, but splash damage. It turns out pretty alright. So is Galadglin... Is he going to be able to do a cone around her without hitting her? No. Well, that being the case, then I will, I'm not allowed to engage the butcher. Then maybe I will just move to the other side of her. Yeah. Just block for her physically. Oh, right. Also, I have his axe equipped instead of his wand. That's probably... I keep forgetting that the game does seem to swap their equipment around in kind of an arbitrary way. Oh, I did not realize that that was a thing he could do. He can tend the coals and then make a great big firestorm. I don't think we've ever seen that from them before. Alright, a reason to perhaps be a little bit careful about starting a huge number of fires near that guy. A little bit of warding on... I don't know, it probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, Renette's going to be right up on top of people a lot. Let's give her some more defenses. The Morthagi are mashed apart. Battles led them down a boulderous roam where Battles led them down a boulderous roam where gray grass matches the cloud color. What a strange line. Oh, someone doing dragon pictures? Hey, Galadglin. Old Galadglin Fang, the Flame Boy. Perfect. So, what's your favorite monster? Oh, I'd say Maud's moth. Like the idea of a giant moth drawn to listen to great poetry. Well, it's gotta be a classic, like a unicorn with a beautiful dark-haired woman on its back, eyes mystical and deep, as she sings in a forest tongue. Well, those answers are fine, but some of us will always love a dragon. A dragon. Such a romantic figure, really, that it surprises me neither of you said it. I'll always look at clouds and shape dragons from them. Thieglind and Samantha, mighty Glyphrix of Netherflare. Can't wait till we're around a fire. The stories will soar. You are not going to get her to shut up about dragons, apparently. Okay, so you're still all searching that. Let's go ahead and get this secured. It does feel like, though, as much as it is nice to like have lots of stuff going on the map, it does feel like there's very little reason not to do exactly the sequence of events we keep doing everywhere. It might be nice if there were more decisions to make, you know? Bat's bounty had been pointed toward a cluster of tents in a wooded refuge south of Uli Windmill. We were lucky to have a day's notice the Deepists were coming. And then better to have some tents and sacks of potatoes than just your nightshirt, at least. Rest a while. Anything we can do to improve your chances in a fight, more likely it is we get to go back. So they do. Pigs forage around tree trunks, adorably. People take turns stirring a pot. Others chop logs, singing woodsy songs. How do you like your potatoes? Cooked? Yeah, cooked is great. Huh, that's a very prominent little badge you've got there, friend. Don't take this the wrong way, but everyone here is just so wholesome. I don't feel like you have to earn our favor. We're here for the deepest either way. It's funny you should mention it, actually. Now, you should have seen Uli Windmill before all this happened. So much infighting. You know, standard family stuff about like fences and fishing rights, but day in and day out. You try not to take sides, and it only makes everyone angrier. I was ready to throw up my hands and leave them to chew each other's bones. But suddenly, give everyone a common enemy, and it's striking how quickly they come together. So you're saying you want us to leave you some deepists? No, not necessary. I miss beds and wells and locked doors so much. You know what a full-time job it is keeping these fat possums out of the wood sacks? I'm not getting excited yet, though. I've seen Uli Windmill with my own eyes. Even from afar, you can see the ruin. It's as if anything built above ground is offensive to them and they need to destroy it. And then scrap it. We'll build a new windmill. What better excuse to start over? And abandon what was? When a place is lived in, it grows a spirit of its own. We don't get to enjoy that these days, trekking around as we do. You heard Adlin. It was squabble-stained anyway. Take advantage of the shake-up. Build something better. Their discussion stretches through the afternoon, bringing arguments for both sides. But in the end, the people of Uli Windmill are convinced to... I think it might be best for them to start over. Pretty arbitrarily, I don't really have strong feelings either way. Honestly, I definitely don't think that it's our place to be weighing in on this at all. You know, people love a fresh start. Everything's shiny and new, nowhere to go but up. After some passable potatoes, Adlin's talk turns to logistics. Now, there's a gully up that way that'll get you close. That's how I got my best glimpse of the place. If a wild-footed oaf like me can use it and not be noticed, it should serve you even better. The gully guides them true, deep enough to mask their approach. Glad it hasn't rained lately. And Saror sees it first. Oh, Adlin wasn't exaggerating. Debris hides signs of life, but hollow calls ride in on the smoke. Well, at least we don't have to worry about doing any further damage. Yeah, how would they have salvaged this anyway, right? Okay, so we got some mushroxes, some scrawny dudes. Okay. And a stone spirit. Do we need stone stuff? Probably not, right? What do you have in your other hand? Crossbow and a shield. I mean, equip the Iron Toll. Yeah, I guess it's probably that, because like we just enchanted your thing. Is your spear anything cool? No, it's just a bad spear. Okay, yeah, that might be a thing worth doing then, having him catch up to the spirit. Let's run Sonetta up to here. We'll throw open the door. Wow, that thing's got some distance. Oh no. Well, that's embarrassing. But you know what's not embarrassing? This incredible leap. That was a home run. All right, sure. Go into guard mode. So Dagoth's not going to be able to catch the thing. Well, I could heroism. That doesn't feel like a great use of heroism. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that. Okay, we'll grab this and then we'll move forward. And Seror probably... I think I'm just going to Silk Step, actually, rather than shooting my bow. Wow, I was not hidden from that thing in the least. It clearly knew exactly where I was. Alright, that Stone Spear might just get away. So I have a chance to Fire Chicken here. I don't get to Fire Chicken all that often. Yay! And then... I mean, like, the Mushrocks is my biggest concern. I would very much like to kill the Mushrocks, if possible. Here, we can smash this thing for a free Thornfang. So it's not showing me, it's not clear to me when I will have another action point left. It looks like it didn't refund my action point, honestly. But it should have, right? That's how Thornfang works. Yeah, I think we maybe did not get the refund that we were entitled to there. So this hobbles, it doesn't actually kill, or it doesn't actually pin. Like, yeah, am I allowed to attack again? No, it totally just didn't refund my action point. And I don't know why. Well, let's just have her Chain Lightning this dude, and then Dagoth can actually just potentially withstand a charge. He's pretty tough. Was Thornfang works on things when you're not flanking them, right? Is that... I'm trying to figure out how I misunderstood the thing here. Refunded an action point after a melee kill. Yeah, so it just didn't work. And I don't know why. Alright, well. Is what it is, I suppose. Let's jump over this thing and thwack it in the direction of my friend over here. Oh, but he pushed it away. Damn it. So now I have to move to be able to hit it. I am real bummed out about that. Okay, excellent stunt. And that time it did refresh me, correctly at least. I am probably just going to use that to Silk Step out of the way. And then you still have a movement left. I guess come do this. You do a Splinter Blast, which is like very unimpressive. I guess that's probably what I'm doing though. Yeah, we can at least remove all of that thing's armor, which is nice. And then this might be heroism time, honestly. Yeah, it probably is. You know, I have not done a quick action yet. Worth a shot. Yep, that's a pretty good angle. I tried to spread out across the alleyway in the hopes that I could get them far enough apart that it couldn't hit them all together, but no such luck. Technically, we can still catch the spirit. I don't know exactly where it is, but... Okay, yeah, that's That's not happening. So... I do think we've actually cleared out all the enemies, though. I think the only reason that the thing is still happening here is because the spirit objective is still live. Okay. There we go. Well, I'll tell you what. These higher difficulty battles are really good for leveling up. Is Untouchable a place that I want to go here? I wish his weapon had a little bit more range. It does seem like Broadswipes is definitely more compelling on a spear warrior, but maybe he could become a spear warrior. I'm going to take Broadswipes. Wilder Iron's Gore. Okay, well, maybe he is going to remain... I guess he's got a hammer right now. Yeah, I think I am just going to do that upgrade. I know the one he's currently using is fancy. It has that artifact effect. But if we get this and then we manage to enchant it somehow, that would be pretty impressive. It should have been a grim scene, but people walk among the rubble with bright eyes, talking excitedly. I think it'll be good for us to have something we all work on for a while. Brings out the best in folks. Sure, ride that new project enthusiasm for as long as you can. You know, before reality sets back in. Now, we want to give you something in thanks. And we've talked about it a bit. We're low on resources right now, but we're full of possibility, so maybe we could give you some of that. How so? Our old home is a thing of the past, but we'd like to give you the honor of naming the one that will be built in its place. Oh, wait. Windmill, right? Like Girthberg? Or how about... We're not going to name it Girthberg. What is that? We're going to name it... The Batmill's pretty boring, right? Is there a cleverer... Nope, there isn't. It's the Batmill. There's no cleverer way to express that idea. Think it'll work? Well enough. Besides, if I left the choice to these bickerbirds, they'd manage to make some huge argument out of it. And that's what we're trying to avoid, right? Adlin sends them off the next morning, deftly swatting away offers of further help from Girth. No. There is one thing you can do, though. Take this spokes badge. It feels like bad luck to keep the old one, but maybe worse luck to toss it in the creek. Sure. Somebody will probably want, thanks. Does this mean I'm mayor of Bat's Bounty now? The sound of hammers and saws sings them off over the hill. What does this badge do? It gives 7 block. Wow. So 7 block and some potency. I probably want to give it to a caster then. And I guess it probably doesn't really matter who. Mulgala could use a little push. Okay, even more armor on enemies. Somehow I reckon we shall persevere. Let's go ahead and secure that Batmill. Seems only right. Alright, we did it, hooray! What do we get? We got a Brooch of Cunning. So, Saror probably wants accuracy. It may be the case that Saror's accuracy is as high as it needs to be already, though. Let's build even more infrastructure, because we're definitely getting to the point where we want to, have the 5 strongest people in the party group up, right? So we found some fabrics and a potency cord. Let's give that to Mulgala as well, because Mulgala could use the help. Wow, that bridge went up real quick. Well, you know what? Y'all are gonna go build this as well. Get to it. No bridge unbuilt, no pass unexplored. They're actually like really good at that as a group. All right, before we get into any further combat, I think this is probably where we're gonna call it for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, of course, the endless infrastructure projects will continue. And then also, there's going to be an incursion. My suspicion is we're going to have to fight an awful lot of zombie robots, and frankly, I can't imagine anything I'd rather be doing. And we'll see you then.